We seem to be living in an age of rapidly diminishing taboos. Turn on the TV and you can regularly have a grand old time watching someone swearing their head off whilst engaging in lewd sexual congress with either sex and committing several violent atrocities against a whole host of lovely fluffy animals at the same time as a man dressed as the Pope rapidly begins to undress in the background, snorting a monster hit of Charlie off a gramophone and playing a slightly off-key rendition of Glenn Miller's In the Mood. And that's just the Discovery Channel. What you never see is someone on the can. Never. Not on TV, hardly ever in the movies. You never talk about it in polite conversation, and rarely in impolite conversation.
Movies. Toilets!
Just what is it about going for a onesie or twosie that makes us clam up tighter than, well, our sphincters? People nowadays have few qualms about doing everything else together. So why is it that we lock ourselves into cubicles lest someone walk into the toilet and should discover that we're using the toilet? You never see guys happily pissing away 19 to the dozen down the urinal. We don't have a crap culture. And heaven forbid we should think about breaking down our arse apartheids when it comes to the sexes. Well, no more. For the duration of this film, we're going to talk about it, whether you like it or not. Sit back, unclench your buttocks, and relax. We're going to get through this just fine. And maybe, who knows, we can all start enjoying our toilet life a little more.
I want to tell you a little something about where your poo comes from. Journey back with your mind 3,900 million years. The Earth is a very different place. The surface is continually bombarded by space debris. The sun's rays can barely penetrate the thick wall of dust that clouds the skies. Also, there's a lot of lava about. Generally, you wouldn't get a good resale value on your house. But there is life here. Single cells, which make their way by processing chemicals, converting one compound into another, and then reaping the energy from it. As in most of these reactions, there is a remainder, a byproduct which cannot be used, but no great chase though. The cell need nearly excrete the waste product through its membrane and then continue on its merry way in search of more chemical num-nums. All is well and good in terms of waste management, but skip along another 3,000 million years and things have begun to get interesting. Creatures have begun to have more than one cell. In fact, some of them have begun to have more than one type of cell. Before long, they've got hundreds of the bloody things. Each divided into different types that carry out different functions. Now, it's looking very interesting. But there is a problem. Cells can't merely dump their crap any old how anymore, because dump too much gunk and you may end up poisoning your fellow cell, and then where will you be at? Nowhere. By trial and error, a system emerges. Organisms develop polarity, a front end and a back end. The front end tends to suck in lovely nutrients which the cells can process, while the back end tends to get rid of the waste afterwards. Genius! Soon, every newly evolved creature's at it, and as they change, some get better and better. Specialized cells become more specialized and form organs, some of which become dedicated to waste processing tasks, taking the crud and beating the living hell out of it to recover as much of the good stuff as they can, and then before chucking the rest out. A whole system gets set up. The gastrointestinal tract taking food, then compacting the stuff that isn't needed and blowing it the hell out of there. And as time rolls by and the crap becomes more solid, more treated, more processed, until one day, from the sphincter of some animal, somewhere in time, drops a hot, steaming lump of poo. Splop. Think about it the next time you're here. Your big, smelly shit is a miracle of evolution. It's a perfect package designed to get rid of all the crap your body doesn't need in one fell plop. Imagine if you still had to get rid of all that waste by letting it seep out of your skin. And so the pace of evolution marches on. Imagine what new kinds of poo might arise millions of years from now. It might even smell nice. Like peaches.
Quick question. Am I the only person who wipes standing up? I don't